Alright, what's up, gun tubers? I wanted to do a video on what I think, in my opinion, is pretty much the best value for if you're looking for an optics ready, suppressor ready pistol that's dependable, shoots good, very accurate. I don't think that you can find anything any better than the Tisas PX-9. I picked up the black one, really cheap. Well, all three of these I think were around 350 or a little less, I believe, is what I paid for all these. You can find them as cheap as 250, I think. They're out there if you search around, people with them on sale or whatnot. But I paid about 350 each for these. But I picked up the black one. Put a 507C green dot on it. Seemed to be a really good match. The iron sights, co-witness through the optic very nicely, right at the bottom of the windows, exactly where I like it, out of the way. Down at the bottom, they're there if you need them, but they're out of the way for you to pick up the red dot. These are PX9 Gen 3s, all of them. So I picked up the black one, shot it, put a few hundred rounds through it, and it shot so good. It was very accurate. The gun doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good to me. I mean, it's got a slide design similar to P320 as far as the shape of the slide is kind of like that. The grip is, I think it's kind of unique. Maybe there's something else out there that's similar to it, but it's just got like one little finger groove, a little finger groove nub there, and a little undercut under the trigger guard. But it does feel good in the hand. It feels very good when you're shooting it. I have no complaints. It handles real good. Not a lot of muzzle climb, well, especially with a suppressor on it. It shoots really flat. But I picked up the black one. It shot so good. I saw the green one, and I like OD green. It was about the same price. Took it to the range, tested it out. It was the same way. Laser aim accurate, good trigger, just shot great, suppressed and unsuppressed. Couldn't find a thing wrong with it. Dependable 100%, all of them 100% dependable, no malfunctions. I've shot 124 grains. I normally shoot 124s unsuppressed, 147s or 158s suppressed, and it's eating everything, no problem. So then I saw this gray one with the lightning cuts in the slide, which I thought looked pretty cool, and I picked it up. Same way. I'll put some B-roll up of this last range trip. I took this one. I'm going to take these two probably on the next trip, because they're really fun to shoot. It's kind of like a Glock 17 size gun. I mean, that's about what it's like. Comes threaded. I think they do make models that are unthreaded, that are a little cheaper. That probably doesn't cost as much. But I think it's a great value for anywhere between 250 to 350. Optics ready. The optic mounts right to the slide. You don't need any mounting plates or anything like that. If you're using like a Holosun or a RMR footprint type optic, it goes on there perfect. So another thing that I like about them is that if you have more than one of them, since they're so inexpensive, you can buy two. If you get the different colors, then you can, if you want to do a two-tone, then it's not a problem. Put your green slide on your black frame or vice versa, and you can swap it up if you like the two-tone look. I think it's, I do like some two-tone models, so that's something that you can do too. That's an option. So the only thing that I can really find to complain about on the gun, it's the only thing. Everything else is great. Ergonomics is great. Laser beam accurate. Good trigger. Looks good. Optic mounts right to the slide. Threaded barrel. 100% reliability. The only thing that I can find that I can complain about is the length of the threads on the barrel. Usually your threaded barrels on your pistols are just shy of like a half an inch of threaded length on the end of the barrel. All these guns have almost 5/8 of an inch of threads, which is not really a problem. The problem is that when you put your piston on a regular gun, like I've been shooting these suppressors with other firearms, other pistols, and rifles that have about a half an inch of thread. So what happens is on the threads of the piston, beyond that half an inch, it gets carbon buildup up in there on the threads from the blast coming out of the muzzle, obviously. But so when you go to thread this onto these that have 5/8 of an inch of threads, when you get to the carbon, you can't get it to thread up on there. It starts getting really tight when you start threading the suppressor on there. So what I have to do is take a kind of like a dental pick or something and clean the threads out. So something with a sharp point. I've picked these up. These are like carbon fiber dental pick type things for cleaning firearms. I got them off Amazon. They work really good with different ends on them. But I actually have some stainless steel ones on order because I think that they would probably work a bit better than these carbon ones on this application. But you just take the point of your X-Acto knife or your little carbon pick or whatever, and then you put it up in the thread of the piston, and then you just have to twist it, and all the carbon comes out of the threads. Just you kind of scrape the carbon out of the threads of the piston, and then you can screw this up onto all the way up on there. Luckily, when we went to the range last time, I had a piston that was clean, that didn't have any carbon buildup on it, and it went right on there. But when I was home and messing around with these and fitting them on, testing fitting them and things like that, I ran across that issue with a piston that I had that was not clean. And I went to put it on one of these, and I think it was this one. I went to put it on there, and it tightened down about a half an inch, and then it stopped. I couldn't get it to thread up on there any further. So that's the only thing that I could find, is that the threads on the barrel are a little bit on the long side. It would be really nice if they would shorten the threads on this barrel about 1/16 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch, something like that. Because you are going to have to keep either a dedicated piston for these guns, or you're going to have to clean your existing piston with a dental pick, clean the carbon out of the threads way up in there to get it to screw on there freely and come off freely. But that's about it. That's all I can really think about on these. It comes with just a standard case, plastic type case, with one 18 round magazine with a flat bottom, and then this one's a 20 round that has a little base plate on it. So 18 round or 20 round magazine in a gun that's about the size of a Glock 17. That's about the size, weight is comparable to a Glock 17. But again, all three of them have shot perfect, 100% reliability, no issues, suppressed and unsuppressed. They shoot really good suppressed. That's what I like about them. And I was very shocked when we took this one to the range last weekend. And we were shooting steel plates. I think the plates are probably maybe 8 inches. I don't think they're that big around. 6 or 7 inch round steel plates at 50 feet, which is about 17 yards. And this thing was doing just as good as the Canic Rival S and the Platypus guns that I took. It was hitting right there alongside of them, just like as good as they were. The Tisas guns are made in Turkey, just like the Canics and the Sarselmaz. I have a lot of Tisas guns, full-size 1911s, commander-size 1911s. These and other different configurations or different styles of guns that they make. I've got Sarsilmaz, Tunicanics. To me, these are just like Canics. You know, these are really good guns, like a Canic, and the Sarsilmaz too. I mean, I have no complaints about any of them, really. All of them have been 100% reliable, have not had any issues, no breakages. The Turkish firearms are well done. I think they're doing some really good stuff over there. They're making some good stuff and bringing them over here. So they're such a good and it's such a good price that you really can't beat it. You know, for the money. So if you're looking for optics ready, suppressor ready, pistol that shoots great, I would suggest the Tisas PX-9 Gen 3s. They make a tan one also. I was going to pick that one up. But they make a bunch of different flavors of that gun. And I'm sure that they're all, I mean, I bought 3 of them and all 3 of them have been perfect. So I don't see any issues with them. I would trust my life with them for sure. So that's it. Go out and grab one or 3. Have a good one.